All right, if you find yourself running out of money before your next paycheck, it may be time to look at a budget. You can substantially lower your monthly expenses and save money without making sacrifices. Here to discuss that with us today is Carlos Villalobos. He's with the Better Business Bureau. Thanks for joining us once again.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate it.
This is such a hot topic because money is so crucial. We were just talking about peak happiness at $95,000, but how many of us are in that position?
Right.
So we've got to make it work on whatever budget we have, right?
Yeah, so when you're starting a budget, the first thing you really want to do is see where your expenses are going. So see your fixed expenses, whether that be a mortgage, maybe a car payment, and then look at the things that you spent on just because you wanted to, and ask yourself, do I really need to spend money on that specific thing? And if you don't, cut it out, and there you'll start seeing your savings rise up more and more and more. Okay,
and is that your advice for looking at what expenses we can get rid of?
Yeah, when you kind of compare them side by side, it's the best way possible, because you're looking at, your fixed expense, you're going to have to pay that regardless. And then you're looking at things you need, but maybe can cut down on, whether that be internet service and TV and cable, being like, thinking, do you need that cable? Do you need that internet? Things like that you just want to ask yourself.
And then there's this debate about, should we use our bank card? Should we use cash? What's your opinion about that?
I think it's really up to the person. If you prefer, having cash, putting in your little piggy bank, if that's the best way possible for you.
Or your envelopes for certain things.
Yep. If that's underneath the sheets, if that's the best way for you, do it. But if you prefer doing or having a savings account in your bank with your bank, do it that way. The priority is just put money toward your savings, because again, what you'll see is when you have these emergencies or you have a big purchase, you'll see you have the money for it, and you have a little bit more wiggle room as well.
And how do we know when it's okay for us to make a big purchase?
Well, you can make that big, like you said, it is okay to make that big purchase. I think the important thing is making sure you just budget for it, and if you can get it at a lower price. So if there's some nice new shoes you want, if it's originally at $40 and they're now at $20, go ahead and spend that. But what you do want to be cautious of is don't shop till you drop. Don't say, oh, this is $20. Well, let me get that too. Let me get that item as well.
Impulse purchases, right?
Impulse purchases, yeah. At the end of the day, you're going to see yourself with a whole bunch of bags and ask yourself, did I really want these things?
That's true.
Probably no. So you kind of want to stop yourself before that ends up happening.
It's hard because you're in like the grocery aisle and it's all that stuff right there as you get to the counter, and you just start adding it to your basket.
Exactly.
You say, don't do it. Stay focused.
Stay focused. Think about your budget, especially if you're saving up for that big purchase. Think about how that's going to affect your monthly budget, your yearly budget. So keep these things in mind. And again, what you'll see is you'll have a lot more savings. And if you do have, especially some type of emergency, you'll be able to pay it off and don't have no worries, because it's paid off. You don't have to put it on a credit card. You paid it in full, and you're good to go.
Peace of mind, right, Carlos?
Peace of mind, exactly.
That's what we're after.
Exactly.
Thanks for being here again today.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right, stick around. We'll be right back.